Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Canadian Edge. Time to do another knife review. I've got another loaner knife that I borrowed from my friend Q, and we're going to take a look at that today. This is called the Lone Wolf Defender, or Lone Wolf Paul Defender, and it is an interesting knife. We're going to take a quick look at the details on this. It has cocobolo scales. Cocobolo wood is a hard wood and a very nice wood. And it has stainless steel liners on it. It has the stainless steel pocket clip on it, which can be reversed. It is a tip down carry, but it can be reversed to left-hand side. You just have to change out the scales. So you reverse the scales and you can put the pocket clip onto the left-hand side, which I think is a rather smart idea. It does take a little more work, mind you, but if you wanted to do the left-hand carry, you can. So it does make it ambidextrous, and can use it either right-handed or left-handed. It has on the back here jimping or thumb notch that they call it, so it gives you a bit of grip if you need some grip with your thumb. And it does have the open spine, which makes it a little easier for cleaning, and you can see it lines up quite well. Get that a little closer. So the reason I haven't opened this yet is it has an interesting way of opening it. And that interesting way is because of a thing called an axial lock. It is exclusive to these knives, I believe. I haven't seen it on any other knives. But what you do is you have to push a little button in here which releases the blade. So you can open it like that by pushing the button and turning the blade back and forth. But you have to do the button to open it and the button to close it. That's one way of doing it. The proper way of doing it is to hold it up like that and to just let it drop down into your hand. And to close it, you just flick it up. So this makes a really good fidget knife. And I can tell you over the last few days that I have had it in my possession, I have been flipping it a lot, probably driving my family crazy, but it is a very interesting system that they have there, and it works really well. The blade, it sits there. There is a little bit of side movement, not very much. That could probably be tightened up, but you have to have a special tool to tighten that, or be very creative in tightening that. So we haven't bothered because it's so minimal, the side movement, that it isn't a big deal. So the blade on this is 3.9 inches. It is a big knife. Open, it's 9 inches long, and closed, it is 5.1 inches. The steel on it is 154 cm or 154 cm. And it has a weight of 4.2 ounces. So this is just a really cool knife to me. Lone Wolf refers to it as a gentleman's tactical knife. And I believe this model is discontinued, although from my understanding, Lone Wolf was bought by Benchmade, and Benchmade still makes a variety of knives along this style, so you can still get them. And they do have different handles on them, G10 and different things like that you can get for handles on them. And it does make a nice click when you open it that way, and it's much quieter this way. But it's just a fun knife to play with. You drop it into your hand and then flick it back up and flick it down and up and down. Great knife to play with, and you can see the scales do have the diamond cut in them to give you some grip. So what do I like about this knife? I like pretty much everything about this knife. It looks, to me, it's a very cool looking knife. It's got that wow factor. The first time I saw this, I was like, oh man, I'd love to have one of those. Still haven't got one into the collection. Maybe one day, we'll see. But I just really like the look of it. The grip is very good grip. You're not gonna slip. You have a little bit of slippage maybe up here with this hand, but not really. You do get a really good grip with the other 3 fingers, so, and the thumb on that jimping, so it's not going anywhere. It's in your hand good and solid. The weight of it, it's got a nice weight. If you like a bigger knife, it's easy to handle this knife because it's not a big bulky knife. It's very slim design, which is why they throw it in the gentleman's category, although the tactical part of it, I don't know, but you could use it. It definitely, if you were a knife fighter, this would be an interesting knife to use for knife fighting. You can use it various ways, and it does have a bit of a finger guard there so that you're not going to slip forward very easily. So you can see a bit of a finger guard. And it's just a comfortable knife, and fidget factor it's great. It's easy to sit there for hours on end. Well, maybe not hours on end, but it's easy to sit there for a long period of time and flip this knife back and forth. And if you look on here, on some of them, I think this one's wore off a little bit. It does say Paul on the button there. You can't really see it on this, unfortunately. My lighting is not that great. And then it does have Defender and the Lone Wolf emblem on the blade, and then Made in USA on the other side. So yes, just a very good looking knife to me. I really like the way this knife looks. I like the way it handles. Love opening and closing it, playing with it. It's a fun knife to play with. So let's quickly look at how sharp it is. Are these knives sharp? I think they probably do quite well. Oops. And for some reason, I'm bending over my... There we go. It does have an edge on it. Probably could use a little more sharpening, but it does cut paper quite easily. And how about a zap strap? Will it cut through that? Oh, it cuts through that very easily. Through this cord. Wow. Yep, went through that easily. So it must have been just the way I was holding the paper. Just going through all this stuff. Oh, not even. Barely any effort at all involved. So you can get a good edge on that 154 cm steel. It'll hold a nice edge. It's just an all-around knife. If you're looking for an everyday carry, or a gentleman's knife that you can throw on when you go out, and that this would be a great knife for it. And in the pocket, it fits so nicely. There's nothing to hang you up. When it's in the pocket, it fits in there great. These smooth lines, your hand isn't bothered at all by it in the pocket, and it comes in and out really well. It is a stiff clip, but it's got enough give to it that it comes in and out of the pocket quite easily. So this is the Lone Wolf Defender. If you can find them, well, you can find them. If you get opportunity, make sure you throw one into your collection, and you will really enjoy it, especially if you're a person that likes to fidget with their knives. It's a great knife for it. So, Lone Wolf Defender. Thank you for joining me on this review. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment. We'll be reviewing another knife in a few days, but until then, stay safe and stay sharp.